Sorry.
What the?
Sorry about that.
You just can't get the staff, I'll tell you. Let's get the stream up on the old computer. How are you, Lois? Are you well, Hunt? Up in Edinburgh? I'm sorry, I'm semi-naked today. Oh, it's got really hot. So I'm semi-naked. Actually, I might be completely naked for all you know. Okay. Right, why aren't I seeing the chat? Dekar V is in the house. What's up? Just going to have a drink. Jen, which one of these is the plain celery?
That one, I think.
This one? This should be celery juice.
Look at the colour of it.
Jason James, looking buff like Wolverine. I love you. He's my favourite Marvel character. Okay, bub. Oh, it smells like farts. Yeah, it smells a bit mouldy at the top there. Oh. Anyway, I'll just drink it. Refresher. Why is this green gone red? Right. So Lois is in the house. Red is red. Hello, mate. Sideways Tree Boy checking in. Bro. Good to have you on board. Thanks for joining. Chickpea Sunny's in the house. Hello, Henchman. Henchman. That is a cool name. Yeah, I'm feeling tip-top now, thank you, Lois. I just needed to take my foot off the gas for a little bit. I just need to plug you guys in. This won't hurt a bit. Gregor P's in the house. Chickpea Sunny, what's that you're having? So I was having a celery juice. Jem, what have you got on the go? Something snazzy?
Just some spinach and cooked potatoes.
Spinach and potatoes?
That's it, really.
Oh, it's great to see a herbivore. You know it, Descartes. Bayshore Roof Clean. Hey, Paul. Crazy Dave here. How you doing, brother? Thanks for joining again. Courtney, Jessica. Hello. Hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. I hope you are having a lovely Sunday too. Comment below. Are you having a lovely Sunday? And Lou, is that Fussy or Fussy, do I say? Or there's a cat on the go. I know you're one of our Patreons, so I really appreciate you, Lou, helping me to live my purpose. Michael Askew, black bean brownies for everyone. How many of you guys tried the black bean brownies? I've heard from quite a few people that they were a great success. I think because it's a really fast little recipe. About 5 minutes total prep, I reckon. Start to finish. And then obviously they're just in the oven for 30 minutes, but you can do other stuff. Need that. Can you see us, guys? It's dropping out this end. Anyway, I'll try and keep going. Sunny Pepper's in the house. Abhishek, Mandy, take a vegan EPA DHA. Which one should I take? Yeah, any vegan one. 250 to 500 milligrams is all you need. I think it's a good fail-safe. I think it's a good thing for everyone to take. I don't have a particular favourite brand. I understand that they pretty much all have carrageenan in them, which is a suspected carcinogen, but it's going to be such a tiny amount. But oh, I'm not allowed to tell you the thing I was about to tell you. So more news to come. There will be a great one out at some point. Emma Whoops in the house. Whoop whoop. Hi, lovely. Sophie Leah, will you be speaking at Camp Out next year? I've not been asked to speak yet, but that doesn't mean to say I won't be. But I'll probably be there anyway. If not, Chickpea Sarnie. I had a lovely vegan tofu pad thai. I love a pad thai. Oh, delicious. Nice to see you, Plant Life. Lois, I'm cutting the annoying hard stalks on my kale so I don't make my kale wraps. Bean dip, you have it. Oh, nice. So I can make the kale wraps and bean dip. Nice, nice, nice. Damn fitness. You're looking hench as that word. Lately, what have you been doing? Well, I finished my cut about 2 months ago, so my muscles are filled up with water and glycogen from where I was depleted. I'm training like a demon. I'm really inspired. I'm doing about 7.5 hours training over 5 days, and just I've got energy coming out of the wazoo. I'm really inspired. Get that rebound, you know, your strength just goes through the roof, because, you know, I was just depleted for so long, you know. And that really works well. So you can look very different very, very quickly. And I'm trying to keep relatively lean like before. I'd be in such a rush to put mass on and I really overeat. But hopefully I've not done that this time. And so the leaner you are, you know, with the mass, that makes you look, you know, so much better than just like a load of mass but no cuts. Chris Grant's in the house. Everyone's enjoying Cowboy. Kay, Bernie, have a great Sunday. And you. Tippy Sunday, must try them. I love black beans are the bomb. Oh, Paul, why do these food eating channels like Eric the Electric, Beard Meats Food, they eat huge quantities of food, why don't they go to do the vegan version? So yeah, it's not nice, is it? Oh, it is fussy. Cool, now I know. Tommy Higson's in the house. Son of God, gotta have cats. Do you know, we're not going to have cats ourselves going forward. We've always had cats and we really love them, but and obviously you can like take in a rescue and whatever. You wouldn't have had at home, but we kind of struggle with the, you know, they are carnivores, and then so we're feeding them a species unspecific diet with like a processed, you know, vegan cat food. So that doesn't feel good to me. But then, you know, paying for other animals to die, it wouldn't feel good either. And you're sort of damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And so I think going forwards, any companion animals, we'll probably get vegan ones, I think. Is that the idea? A couple of goats or something, if we've got a bit of land, so they can have fun and roam around. What do you reckon, goats?
Yeah.
Goats. Oh, what is this? What is this? Bohemian Bees in the house, my lovely supporter. Evening, Mr. and Mrs. Henge and landlady Cat Mitzi. May I say how warming you look on this autumnal evening? Oh, I'm glad I look warming. I'm really hot. I think because I'm on this bulk, I've got so many carbs going in. I think I'm eating 1 kilo of carbohydrate a day. So I'm pretty hot. Tom Pilot, when is the Game Changers coming out? Nobody. I don't think they even know. I saw on my timeline a couple of days ago, it might have been yesterday, if you look on Facebook, my name is Paul Kerton, Kerton. And if you look on my timeline, you'll see a photo of me and ex-UFC champ, James Lightning Wilkes. And I was with him. They were filming the Mr. Universe show. Forget where that was now. Somewhere up northwest there. Stockport. My geography's rubbish. Anyway, 3 years ago yesterday, I was watching that being filmed and it's still not out. So I feel your pain. Courtney, Jessica, great to hear. I'm having a great Sunday. I'm currently writing a politics assignment for university. How the government can be more environmentally friendly through veganism. Good job. Good job. We need people doing all these different approach. Why is there only 9 thumbs up? What's going on? Well, I haven't thumbed up my own stream. The one person who's thumbs it down, thank you. It all helps. So please thumb up or thumb down the stream. It's much of a muchness to me. But it does help the stream out to more people. So thanks for... Oh, I was going to say nothing. Thanks for something. Sideways tree boy. How do I get more calories? I have low appetite. Are you very active? You know, I say if you're not training, like do some training. Like if you go and lift a load of weights, like repeatedly or whatever you like to do, like that will that'll do it. But just eat more calorically dense foods. So, but from a health perspective, I say like emphasize whole grains, legumes, tropical and dried fruits. Although we don't want high amounts of other fat sources, we do need a minimum of nuts and seeds. So get them in. I like smoothies as well. They help you to get the calories in. They eat 13,000 calories, ice cream and chocolate. Yeah. I hear you. Richie, I think you need a friendly chat with Tim. See if he seems to be going through a tough time. Yeah, that's why I was a bit late on today. I just saw his last video and yeah, I'm going to send him a message straight after this. I've got it written down. Oh, I made a note on my phone. Yeah, to remind me to do that. Bless him. That's very brave of him to be so authentic and honest and open. I bet he'll get a lot of stick from some quarters. Halstow, what's glycerin again? In comparison to glycogen. Glycerine is like just a sort of sticky substance out of, you can get vegetable and animal based, can't you? Glycerin. Yeah. What actually really is it? It's not got calories, has it? No. It's sort of, bodybuilders take it to like fill out the muscle bellies, but with no calories, like pre-contest. I think it's used in baking and stuff, is it? Yeah. What does it do? Don't know. Anyway, glycogen is blood sugar. It's blood sugar, so it's like, you know, your energy basically. ICZ is in the house. Base or roof cleaning. I've noticed some of my strength is going down. What can I take to help it out? I do not have achy muscles. It depends like what you really mean. Do you mean like are you lifting weights and you're not as strong? Is that what you're saying? You know, because maybe you just need more calories or more protein or both. But I would expect you to be sort of in a bit of pain if that was the case. So give me more info and I'll see what I can see. Hull Stowe, do you reckon you could modify a vegan diet for cats? Do you reckon it can? Well, we are doing it. So basically we feed them a complete vegan cat food. Complete means that it's pH balanced and it's got things added in like the taurine, etc. that they do need. So yeah, I mean, it can be done, but it's not whole food. So that don't sit well with me as a nutritionist who promotes a you know, species-specific diet, you know, what I believe is for humans, whole foods and no processed foods, and then giving these cats some processed food. So in a way, that's sort of speciesism, really. Ollie Timlin, opinions on Tim's new video. So, yeah, a bit of a shock. And all I will really say is if you're in enough pain for long enough, like you do get desperate and you will try pretty much anything and anything to get out of that pain. You know, as a species, we seek pleasure and avoid pain. And, you know, we've seen it with other vegan YouTubers like Vegetable Police and people like that. So, you know, basically he needs to find out like what is it causing the problem. From my perspective as a nutritionist, which is I'm going to say to him is like, for one thing, very few people, or not a big percentage of people agree that raw veganism is the way to go. And certainly when I was on the film set of The Game Changers, they were saying like, you know, the general consensus is that we've become starchivores. You know, they're speaking to anthropologists and, you know, different scientists and nutritionists and people. And the consensus is, yeah, we become starchivores, like changes to dentition. The fact that we produce much more amylase relative to other primates, which is the enzyme that breaks starch down into sugars. And certainly I was eating a high raw diet at that time, extremely high raw. And I always had dysbiosis going on in the gut. Like I was never great. And then I went to like starch-based, and all of a sudden I was really thriving. And so, you know, so he's done a lot of raw dieting. And in that way, we're not feeding like a huge amount of different gut microbes. So the healthiest people, they tend to have the most diverse range of the Prevotella bacteria strains. Prevotella eats soluble fibre and resistant starch, which is from insoluble fibre. But some eat like seaweed, some eat seeds, you know, some eat particular fruit. Dysbiosis is upset in the gut and an imbalance of microbes or bacteria. And so you'll have things like gas, bloating, you know, constipation, or more likely diarrhea, potentially a lot of pain. And, you know, again, if people are in pain for long enough, like, they will consider doing things which normally they would never ever cross their mind. So there's that, you know, a rural Ugandan eating a whole foods plant-based diet, on average, they have about 1,600 different beneficial bacteria in their gut. Average Westerner has about 300 bacteria, and mostly probably pathogenic if we're eating more than, you know, the average American apparently eats 6% whole plant foods. The rest is processed plant foods and animal products, which feeds Bacteroides with bacteria. So it's very obvious to me, like, that gut microbiome is the linchpin of our health. The good guys eat whole foods, plant-based. So what does that tell you? And so what else was I going to say? The fact that he has done this fast, you know, which, again, I don't blame him. And it can be really healing for some people. And I would only recommend it for someone who's been in, you know, having trouble for a long time. And, you know, maybe they're doing, like Gemma was eating whole foods plant-based, and it helped her up to a point. But then at some point she was getting worse quicker than she was kind of healing things. Is that a good way of explaining it? Is there a better way to put that?
Yeah, I did well for a time, and then I just still kept actually getting sicker again.
Yeah, and so actually going to the True North Clinic and doing a supervised water-only fast, so that was hugely beneficial to Gemma's health, you know, relative to Hashimoto's disease and whatnot. So I've been rambling for the last 10 minutes, and that was pretty good. But how to bring this all in, what we're trying to say. So, yeah, what I'd say to Tim is, like, you've probably been eating not the best way. You've probably killed off a lot of good bacteria, and then you're not eating anything. And so, you know, the colonocytes, the cells that make up the wall of the colon, they're not fed by the bloodstream. Like, unusually, they're fed by these good bacteria, breaking down soluble fibre into short-chain fatty acids. One of these short-chain fatty acids is called butyrate, and that's what fuels them. And then that gives them energy, and then they knit tightly together and create an impenetrable barrier, you know, from the outside world, from whatever you're eating. You know, it'll only let things through that are meant to go through, and not like large undigested particles of proteins, which then if they get in the bloodstream, like, they can look a bit like other proteins in the body. And if you're setting up like an autoimmune response, because these large particles shouldn't be in there, so it's like a foreign invader, so our body attacks those, and then it attacks, you know, parts of our bodies, and that's why we get like autoimmune disease, or that's one mechanism. So yeah, I think my advice to him is going to be, like, maybe speak to Goji Man, do some tests, see if you've got gut permeability problems, aka leaky gut syndrome. You know, take this organic acids test. I'm doing it myself, by the way. I've not really talked about this yet, but Goji Man sent me these. So a little while ago now, I've been suffering for a little while. So basically, I think I glutened myself. I'm really allergic to gluten. Like, it messes me up for like a week. And I think I accidentally got that in me. And normally what I have to do is I have to like really stop eating for about 5 days and just let that all calm down, and then I just eat normally and everything goes back to normal. Because I'm in a rush to get big and strong and show people that you don't need to eat meat to build muscle, and I'm on a mission. I've not allowed myself to do that. Like, I'm my own worst enemy. I've been a real idiot, really, but I still can't stop myself doing it. And I've been in a lot of pain, and basically I'm managing it. I'm managing it with Buscopan. I had some around there. You basically get these tablets which stop your stomach from cramping. And what I did, because I couldn't put in proper food, I was just having maple syrup and protein shakes, which again is the opposite of whole plant foods. So for a couple of weeks, I was basically eating sugar and refined protein, and that stopped the symptoms. And this is what carnivore dieters are doing. They're stopping the symptoms by not eating foods that are triggering like the problem, but the problem is still there. And I know that the problem is still there, and I've probably made it worse. And I'm guessing I've now caused leaky gut or something. So now I'm putting in my normal foods and I've got pain, dysbiosis, bloating. But I'm taking these Buscopan tablets, so that's like masking it. So I am eating like a more whole foods diet now, but I'm having to mask it with this bloody medication, and that doesn't ever end anywhere good. So I've not thought, right, veganism doesn't work, or whole foods vegan doesn't work. I'm going to just eat animal products, or I'm going to eat maple syrup and drink protein shakes. I've realised there's a problem. I've got these kits to diagnose what the problem is, and then Goji Man is a real wizard with the gut issues, because he's been through it, and he understands it. So hopefully he'll give me some good advice. We'll do a bit of a collabo. I'm going to shout him out. And he's going to put my results and whatever and see, and hopefully we can put that right. But I'm not going to start eating animal products and avoiding the whole plant foods. And I'm not going to have, like I say, maple syrup and protein powder, because I know it's not healing. It's just masking the symptoms. Well, I really ran on there. I'm glad everyone's still with me by the looks of it. Right, let's get on to something else. I see you agrees with me. Yep. Miriam, my husband is a meat eater, but I am vegan. He forces me to kill the sheep on our farm. How did he force you to do it? He doesn't sound like a good person if he's forcing you. Hard call regarding cats. Yeah, that fills me with some sadness that I think I might not be hanging out with him anymore when I always have, But like, your consciousness expands, and you just can't always keep doing the same things. Right, it feels to me like I've really rambled on for too long and the streams ran off without me. Comment below, yes, I should skip forwards to be a bit more up to date, or no, if you want me to try to, I'll never catch up at this point, but if you want me to try, I will, if you've written something that you want me to respond to, there's 3 yeses. And there's 4. Yeah, we'll go forwards. If you've commented or asked a question that you still want me to respond to, just put it in the chat again, and I'll get to it. Son of God, bro, need kombucha when this happens. My understanding is kombucha's not that great. It's so low in things, but things like not that it would hurt. I mean, it's better than bloody lemonade or something. But apparently, it's just really low and wouldn't make much difference. But things like kimchi and sauerkraut, fermented, like, I mean, I know that's kind of fermented as well, but fermented actual like fruits and vegetables and things apparently is the way to go. Eusebio, I can convince him that eggs are unhealthy. He will be completely vegan. Oh yeah, there's a thing where he's saying he's tried a couple of animal products and that seemed to really help. So my feeling is, he was eating an incomplete diet of raw foods and probably missing out several key nutrients. And then going on a fast and missing out any nutrients and really depleting things. And in animal products, there is a handful of nutrients that are super concentrated, but there is a fraction of the nutrition in animal products versus whole plant food, a tiny fraction. And so I would postulate that, you know, had he have eaten a decent amount of the other vegan foods which have these nutrients in, like he'd have got the same result, you know, and without the cholesterol and trans fats and sat fat, you know, all that malarkey. Chickpea Sani would be great to see a collab with Gajiman. I'm in his last video, if you look, he put my photo in there and he was saying about training at the gym, and if he tried to copy me like with his arms and then look at my arms, and it was very funny. He's a real good guy, Gajiman. I love what he's doing, and he's a real genuine, decent, altruistic, lovely person. Jimmy, what natural supplements would you suggest to improve healthy gut bacteria coming from ulcerative colitis sufferer? So I advised the then Norwich City Football Club captain, Russell Martin. I think he's still a Scotland international. He's now playing for Walsall or someone. He's still a professional footballer, but he's not with Norwich anymore, which is where I live, if you didn't know. But basically, we healed his ulcerative colitis pretty much overnight with a whole foods plant-based diet. The things to avoid are sulfites in wine. I mean, any alcohol is bad for your colon anyway, so you don't want to be drinking. But yeah, the sulfites particularly, and sulfur dioxide in dried fruits. So things like goji berries, goji man berries. These are biodynamic. Most of them have hydrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, sorry, which makes hydrogen sulfide in the colon, which damages the lining, and that is what ulcerative colitis is. We also get it from eating high amounts of animal proteins, which have more of the sulfur-containing amino acids, and that's why they tend to cause ulcerative colitis. So yeah, realistically, eat whole food plant-based. Don't eat anything else. Particularly avoid wine and alcohol in general, because that kills good bacteria. And then tap water kills good bacteria. SLS in toothpaste. If you don't rinse your crockery and your cutlery, there's antibacterial agents in washing up liquid, so that will kill you. And we need the good bacteria in the gut as well. So that's what that's all about. Plant life, no. Zeph Queen Kush. What's... Oh, God, it's jumped. Oh, come on. What should skinny men do to help gain muscle? Men who don't gain fat at all? They should eat more. It's pretty much that simple. You need to be in a caloric surplus and adequate protein, obviously, but that's not hard to do. Whole foods plant-based for the win. UCBO, I already know that higher your cholesterol, the more slowly it releases. It rises on the curve. I already know that higher your cholesterol, slowly it increases. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. So if you eat no eggs a day, your cholesterol's through the floor, and no other animal products. And then if you eat 1 egg, or 2 eggs, or 3 eggs, it makes little difference to serum cholesterol. So some people posit that therefore fat and cholesterol doesn't matter for heart disease. But what they're not doing, they're looking at a sick population, they're looking at a healthy, whole foods, low-fat vegan who's their cholesterol through the floor, and it's not going to give them heart disease, whereas this amount of cholesterol over time with these people eating animal products is going to. Alicia, hi lovely, any tips for getting in calories when you're ill, don't want to eat, or can't afford to lose the weight? It's hard, isn't it? You can't like force it in. Like I said a minute ago, I don't know if you said, but I'm struggling at the minute with my gut, and I'm forcing loads of foods in. And really, I need to take 5 days off, let everything calm down, and then just go back to normal. But I'm not letting myself because I lose the weight. So yeah, you know, it's the same. There's a normal thing about caloric density and etc. But yeah, it's not easy, is it? It's not easy. I feel your pain. UCBO, I'm going to the gym right now, by the way. Good. Oh, you're now driving. You're driving and texting. That's not very good. You be careful. Lois, my dad asked who was talking. Can you say hello to him? Hi, Tam. It's me, Paul, a.k.a. Henchherbivore online. Like and subscribe. Woo! Son of God, no, it has healed my gut. My wife makes it homemade. Okay, well, I'm not, you know, I don't know, and I'm not saying that this is a thing, but what I would say is, does the correlation prove causation, or could it have been that it was healing? Or maybe it is really good for you and or everyone, and maybe my information was incorrect. So good to know. So that's anecdotal. So, you know, we call that the lowest form of evidence. You know, most people don't really go with it. But, you know, I'm like this with CBD. I'm a huge believer in CBD oil. And at the minute, we only really have anecdotal evidence. But my point is, thousands upon thousands of people are anecdotally saying it's bloody the best thing since sliced bread. And that's been my experience. So, and I would say that the plural of anecdote is data. But you've got all these people. I mean, obviously, it's not, you know, double-blind, placebo-controlled, like bloody like the best science. But if enough people are saying it, like it's worth looking at. Thank you for your perspective, and I will bear that in mind, and I will look out for more people talking about the benefit of kombucha. Oh God, this has jumped again. House Vibes is shouting out some new track or something. Plant Life, say a few goji berries. Why? Because I ate them. I ate them. And to be fair, these are $5.99 per 100 grams because they're biodynamic. You don't want the ones with sulfur dioxide, as I said earlier. But yeah, I've been eating them. Wobble, lentils are supposed to be good for the gut. Yeah, so any whole plant food is great for the gut. The microbes in there eat the soluble fibre and they break down the resistant starch into insoluble fibre, which they also eat. From there, they create short-chain fatty acids and they just do wonderful health effects throughout all different systems of our body, including like mentally. It is the cornerstone of good health. Yes, well, good. 80 Slim Shady. How long does it take to fix your gut after drinking? There's not a lot of hard data on different things, but people say like potentially, like say you have some strong antibiotics, potentially your health is never the same again. There's not a lot of, like I say, there's not really a lot of data on it all. You know, and all you can really do is do your best. So if you're not doing things further to harm your gut, and if you're putting in all the good stuff, you may try megadosing probiotics, and I do mean megadosing. You'll be talking hundreds of thousands, hundreds of billions, up to trillions of counts of bacteria, according to, you know, the people that I've been following, or I've been learning about the gut microbiome. People like Dr. Bulshevitz, or Dr. B, some people call him, the gut, I think it's called the Gut MD, or the Gut Doctor. He's on Instagram. Check him out. He's really amazing about all this stuff. So, yeah, we don't really know, but what I will say is, like, if you value your health, like, just do your best, like, right now, you know. You CBOs off to do some cardio. Very nice. Oh, God, it's jumped. Right. Noah Brink's in the house. Andrew Spice, have you read much Anthony Williams? Is he the medical medium guy? In which case Gemma has read his thyroid book, and I think she's going to get one or two other books. I've sort of had a bit of a look at it. I've not read it like properly, but I have got involved in like the oh yeah, that's the point. Celery juice. He says a pint of celery juice every morning. I didn't have it this morning, but I'm having it now. Hang on. He claims it builds your stomach acid, which, you know, if your acid is low, that's the potential for things to really go wrong in the gut. So, excuse me 1 second while I just do that. Yeah, and Gemma's been doing some of his sort of protocols. She's now going to get bang on it again. It's a bit expensive for the supplements. Things like, well, wild blueberries, for instance. They have to be like wild ones. All different kind of herbs and things. But supposedly he's well good. Although, again, there's no data to back him up. There's no science like showing. So he's claiming that he got this... what do you call it when supposedly spirit channeling? Channeling. He's got this knowledge, but some people seem to be really thriving. So I don't want to poo-poo it. Heavy lobster. How to heal calf pain. I recently stretched it too much. Felt like hell last night. We've been back out the saunas. What do you recommend? Love your videos. Thank you, Heavy Lobster. I would say just leave it alone for 2 or 3 days. You know, maybe like gentle massage or foam, like really gentle. Maybe heat, sort of hot and cold like therapy, although some people don't even really believe in that nowadays. But yeah, just be kind to yourself, I'd say. Maybe just leave it alone for a short time. Dekar, why don't you upload these streams? Because it makes my subscribers like hemorrhage. So I think the value in streams is the interaction. And then if you've just got like an hour's worth of people prattling on and not really getting to the point, and, you know, people just leave because they signed up for short, succinct videos or whatever. So that's that. Heavy Lobster, I love you too. Andrew Spires, Wim Hof method? Wim Hof. Isn't it Hof with an F? I think Hoth is that planet in The Empire Strikes Back with all the snow. Or am I wrong? Double guessing myself. I think it's Hof. Anyway, I did some of the breathing. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And he seems to be able to fight off E. coli in clinical conditions and train people to run up Kilimanjaro in their underpants. So he seems legit. He seems amazing. Love to meet him. Dekar, did you really did a 5-day streak of fasting? I did a week. That was hell. Dr. Robert Morse. My feeling about him is like he's so out of shape, and that doesn't fill me with confidence that do you know what I mean? And it may be wrong, he may be the best thing since sliced bread, but I just look at him and think, like, if I wanted to look like you, like, I might listen to you, but I don't want to look like that. That's probably a little bit shallow. Do you know what I mean, though? If someone's meant to be an authority on health, look, they all look healthy. Warning, good people, do you even lift? Yeah. Limp Bizquick me. Do you have a hands-down favourite vegan recipe? If so, can I find the recipe? I would say my favourite food is maybe dosas, which is like a crepe, which they're like in this Indian cuisine with like a potato curry, and it's served with sambar, which is like a delicious spicy lentil soup. I've not made it myself. I think you can make it. I don't know if you need the tiniest bit of oil or not. No, we did have a go at it before and we didn't use oil.
They didn't turn out very good.
Oh, they didn't turn out very good. The voice from beyond just told me. In terms of recently, I would say there's a mushroom and I think black bean burger recipe. If you look on my recipes playlist on my front page of my YouTube, you'll find that. And just yesterday, I uploaded a black bean brownie recipe, which takes 5 minutes to prep. Stick it in the oven for 30 minutes, forget about it, set a timer. So it's basically 5 minutes of work. They are delicious and they're really healthy. So that's a very good one. Carissa's in the house. Thoughts on kombucha? Yeah, so my understanding was like it's so low in probiotics and it's so few different strains, like that it's pretty worthless. But someone else in the stream just said that they healed their gut with it. So whether that was coincidence or whether it was really healing, I've not got enough data, so I can't tell you. But it's good to hear good stuff. Miedergaus, boiled flax seeds, God for gut. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, so they have lignans, which are really good for our health. Oh, I missed plant life there. I heard today that if you eat vegan and drive everywhere, you produce less greenhouse gas than if you eat like on another drive. Yeah. That's my understanding. This always jumps. Chickpea Sunny, what is biodynamic? I don't exactly know, but it's like one of the sort of, don't know if it's like the pinnacle of like organic, like it's just meant to be well, like healthier than other methods. Okay, do you think CBD oil would work for cluster headaches? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. Rad is rad. Did you and Miles work out your differences at VegFest? Yeah, so he was very sort of over-friendly. Considering the last time we spoke, it was a bit nasty, and I did harbour some thoughts about what I'd like to do to him. But then he was just over-friendly at face-to-face, so I just decided to shake hands and let it go, because you don't need negativity in your life. So that's good, really. Ovi, do you use any enhancement drugs? No. Liam Huggins, any V-Bucks? What's V-Bucks? I don't really know. William Bays, hello again, my friend. Ever thought about applying for an incredible health job? I was meant to paint myself green and wear shorts at the gym for Halloween, but I just forgot about it because VegFest and never got around to it. Oh, the old monkey wrench people are on the job, or moderators is their name. What are you saying, mate? Gemma's in it. She's not really allowed on the screen much these days because courseworks and that courses. Activism Shady, Wim Hof method. Felt like not smoking enough for me to get high. Limp is quick. Do you do any sort of meditation? I'm familiar with the Christ oil or Kundalini, is known to most. I was doing it quite a lot for a time and then just let it slip, but it was well good, but not Kundalini. Yep, too sexy for my shirt, damn straight.
I don't know why I find that so funny, but I did.
Yeah. Bohemian Bee, my partner is asking if you can say, did you get your gojis from? I got them from Jem. Jem, where did you get the gojis from?
Amazon. I feel like it might have been someone like Whole Foods Online on Amazon.
Whole Foods Online?
I think, but I'm not sure. But if you type goji berries free from, what's that, sulfites, they'll come up. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure of it.
I've had my first celery juice, and what's in this other one?
Celery, carrot and ginger.
Lovely. Celery, carrot and ginger. We'll have some of that. Oh, a bit of ginger might help my gut. Graving babies. My daughter is drawing you again. Ah, she's lovely. I can't wait to see. Race lever. I was a sexy vegan for Halloween. You're a sexy vegan every day. You all are. I see you. Oh, and Lewis agrees. Limp is quick. Oh, I've got no idea about that one, I'm afraid. Something about kombucha. Mate, oh, I'm late again. Boo. And I can't believe how much crap I've eaten this week. Back to the fitness and healthy food tomorrow. Yeah, good for you. Feels so much better, doesn't it? Debbie Nakamura. That sounds Japanese. Nakamura. Hey. I've been taking CBD oil to try and get rid of pain red from my spine, and that's been over 16 years, but I haven't helped my pain. Does it not work for some people, or could I be taking it wrong? I don't think you can take it wrong unless you're doing it as a pod, not meant to go in that way. I don't know, but yeah. So most people take it sublingually, don't they? And the pain in it, it's not like a cure-all, but it does seem to cure a lot of different things. So I think you just have to try it out. And the other thing is of it, and like, I imagine there's some like rubbish companies out there, like, sort of, unscrupulous ones with a rubbish product. So I don't know. Can you hear me all right? This looks like it's not even on. What's going on? Oh, I don't know. It's gone stupid. Let me refresh this. This internet's been really patchy. Son of God, just taking away from making it so long and noticing a difference with immunity and gut health is awesome. Nice. Flem Face is in the house. Do subscribe to her. She's a lovely young lady. Saw her at the Vegetable Festival the weekend. Stephen, can you do some extra small plant-based gains tests at some point? The trouble is, they never sell. We've got 8 veganism tops in small. We've had them for years. So yeah.
Is it a man or a lady asking about that?
It's a man.
Oh yeah, we don't usually sell them when they're smaller than men. Sorry, I don't.
No, that's fine. We will be bringing out some more designs at some point, but they won't be like gym centric because I think that that's a niche within a niche, and like it's not great for sale. So I feel like it's not really worth our while, sadly. Although we would love to have loads of that sort of thing because that's our sort of message. Oh, Son of God was talking about kombucha again. Yeah, please research it because you'll be very surprised. Alicia, speaking of breathing, I had the best 20 minutes of meditation this morning. It nearly made me cry. I was surprised being vegan meditators make me touch my emotions. Yes, good stuff. Vegan Eyes, hi Henge, that chest of yours gets bigger every time I see you. Thanks for noticing. Lois, my boyfriend wants to know if you have ever smoked cannabis and what your views on it are. So yeah, I've done a lot of things in my past. I wouldn't do it now. I recently saw a video by Dr. Greger, and he was saying, look, we now have data on long-term users, like decades, and they don't tend to live as long as non-users. So just on that grounds alone, like, I'm really not interested. Yeah, that's all I really want to say on that. I don't have a huge amount of experience to draw on, really. Emily's in the house. Emily, what is the name of the CBD you use? I was using CBD Armour. I've since used CBD Brothers. I've now got Mary Farmer. And I'm in talks with CBD Bristol. I really want to find a company to affiliate with, but it's got to be the right deal, because, yeah, I need to really discuss things with people a bit more. Try to get like a deal which is mutually beneficial. Limp Biscuit Me, thanks for answering the recipe question. Saw the one brownie video you did with some, that have been a while back. Oh, I can't even remember that. Various Squid saying, wow. Andrew Spires, what is Wim Hof? Sorry. He is a man. He's a man. He's a medical marvel. Owen Zombie, say sexy. Son of God, please try it. So I've tried kombucha many a time. Many a time. Various Squid, you look, you must be so athletic. I do look pretty awesome, to be fair.
He's modest.
Son of God, are you into herbalism? Yeah, I suppose. Emily, my 8-year-old watching with me, his name is... Hello, Taylor. How are you doing, my friend? Are you having a good day? Thanks for joining in the stream. It's good to have you. It's good to have you here. Nice one, Taylor. Son of God, I don't mind. I'm 44. 44. Limp Biscuit Me. It's amazing the way reality seems to respond to positive thought and action. I wouldn't disagree with that. Chris Grant, have you ever heard of Bruce Lipton? Yeah, wasn't he the love child of Bruce Lee and the lady who invented iced tea? Nothing.
I wasn't listening to hear the joke.
Nothing.
I feel like this was a joke, but I didn't hear it. Sorry.
He talks about human behaviour and epigenetics. If you haven't already, check him out. No, I've not heard of him. He sounds pretty cool. Owen Zombies, the shine on your head is blinding me. Sorry about that. Jimmy JV, do you supplement with creatine? No, I'm a non-responder. I did try it again when I went vegan, thinking that I'm not eating exogenous creatine from mutilated animals, but still no benefit. So about 30% of people are non-responders to creatine. Limp Biscuit Me, I love you guys. Look into Santos Bonacci on YouTube and the Christ oil. Take care. Thank you for the offer of doing that. Is that the word I wanted to say? I don't know. I can't think of words today. My brain's done a fart. Where was I? Gemma Silverstrat's in the house. I didn't get a notification that you were live. Boo, hiss, boo, hello. Hi, lovely, how are you? Thanks for joining. Josv. It's called Empirical Data. Every example, add to the data pool. Yeah, add to the data pool. Bohemian B, thank you, Mrs. Hench. He's having a look as I type. Can't remember what that was. My brain's terrible. Andrew Spires, what's Gemma saying to life? What are you saying to life? Just hi, really.
Medium good. Medium.
You're saying medium good to life.
Yeah.
She's saying medium good. Jessica Herbert's in the house. How was the vegetable festival? That was amazing. Thank you, Chickpea Sani. Yeah, it was mad busy. It's hectic. It was a real long weekend. Well, we were there for 3 days because I had a meeting and a photo shoot with Vivo Life on the Monday, and we didn't get back till like 9 p.m. on the Monday night, and so we in lots of travel. We were very tired and worn out. But it went so quick, and I met so many people and did a couple of talks and whatever, and it was really good. It was nice to connect with everyone. But it was almost like it didn't happen. It just, because I was so busy, it went really fast. You know how that works, and you know, it's strange. Mike 20, some thoughts on Tim Sheaf dabbling with fish and eggs. So I did speak to them. I'm going to reply to, oh God, I just jumped. Don't really matter. Red is rad. Will we see more of Gemma after her schooling?
Oh God, I hope so.
Oh God, she hopes so.
Yes, please. Thank you for asking.
Smiley Ann, what would you recommend to add bulk and lean muscle on a raw vegan diet? I wouldn't recommend a raw vegan diet. I don't think it is our species specific fuel source. I think like a lot of years ago, you know, while we were more simple primates, it was, but we've evolved, I think, into starch eaters, and I think we need to cook the bulk of our food. You know, we do want some raw, like leaves, certain vegetables, fruits are important, but I don't think that should be the bulk of the diet anymore. I think we should be eating like a lot of whole grains and tubers and things like that, and pulses for the bulk of our calories. Yeah, so that's my answer to that one. 80 Slim Shadies, how much kilos can you bench? 110 for 10 of late. Previously, 140 for 12 was my PB. Oh God, it's jumped around. Gemma Silverstrat, affiliate with the company. They use it, Erpingham House. It's organic and only 2 ingredients. Very interesting. Yeah, I may well do. Are they local people? Weirdo Vlogs, how do I get gains? Eat enough that you're putting weight on week by week. Get a minimum of protons. Base your meals around legumes, whole grains. Get a good amount of veg, a little fruit, little nuts and seeds. Depending on the size of you, maybe 1 or 2 scoops of a good quality protein supplement. But you may do well without it. But for someone like me, I feel like I do need a little bit more help on that front. So I like Vivo Life, best quality in my opinion. Code HENCH10 if you want to get 10% off that stuff. And just have a good plan. You know, making sure you're hitting push-pull legs, like just a split which works for you. Week by week, progressive overload. So you're just putting a little more iron on the bar, you know, and you're just making it a priority. You know, you're not going out partying. You're getting like X amount of meals regularly. You're getting the right amount of calories in, you know. The number one thing, I think, for kind of bodybuilding success, the word would be sacrifice. And it's making it your priority, and sometimes other things have to fall by the wayside, you know. Weirdo Vlogs, do you know how to lose weight and gain muscle? So what you're describing is called recomposition, and that only works very well for a real kind of raw beginner or experienced lifter coming back after a layoff. It's really 2 opposites. So to build muscle, you need to be in a slight surplus. To cut fat, you need to be in a slight deficit. Again, like if you're relatively new, you may get a bit of both. If you ate at like maintenance calories, so the scales weren't changing, but your strength is going up, so therefore you would be losing a bit of fat, but that is not a long-term solution, and it may be sort of, relatively speaking, painfully slow compared to being on a cutting cycle or a bulking cycle. Right, so that is about all we have time for. So guys, I made a decision while I was away at VegFest and I couldn't stream, subscribers was like shooting up again. While I was doing regular, like, you know, streaming every night if I wasn't putting a video out, the watch time was going up hugely and it was growing like what we call super fan, so that was good. But previously it said that the consensus was that YouTube rewards watch time and pumps out your videos to more people, but I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing the stream like growing, so it's not pumping that out to more people. So it feels like this is not the best use of my time, because I really want to make this a full-time thing. So it feels to me like the best use of my time is to go back to a once-a-week stream. So I'll be back on next Sunday as usual, because I do love streaming and I love connecting with you guys. But it really, when every time I stream, like the subscribers doesn't really go anywhere. If you look at my analytics, like it really bottoms out. And I feel like when I look at other YouTubers who I was hanging out with, like Maddie Limburner and Brian Turner, and you know, the difference is their channels are just so much bigger. So they put out a what I eat in a day video and they get like 10 times the views. To respond to Tim Sheaf went off too early. Yeah, it feels to me like subscribers is more important than watch time and etc. So I feel like I'm going to do once a week now, but I will try to get videos out like 3 times a week. Like, you know, that's the plan. And then that way, hopefully the channel grows quicker. I can more quickly make this sustainable and, you know, not have to spend time doing other work, taking me away from being a content creator and doing the most good in the world and changing people's lives for the better, you know, and saving the animals and all that jazz. So I'm really sorry if you enjoy these more regular streams, because I was enjoying it, but I'm thinking of the greater good and growing the channel as quickly as possible. So I hope you understand. I have a new video out in a couple of days' time. I'll definitely stream next Sunday at 6, so do tune in for that. If you're new here, you want to help optimize your health or sports icon so you're notified of new videos. Thanks for joining.